We're going to do a few standing postures where we explore the work of the back leg. So let's begin in Tadasana. And by the way, grab a chair if you're slightly stiffer in standing postures, because we're going to be doing forward extensions and you may need the chair for your hands. Okay, so spread the soles of the feet, stretch your toes, stretch them forward. Bring your weight back onto the heels and feel how you're able to lift the ankle bones, lift the front of the shins. Connect with the earth. Press the frontal thighs back. So that's the whole body of the thigh, this bit, bring your hands onto your thighs, this bulky bit. Press that whole bit back. But at the same time, press your sacrum forwards. Otherwise, if you just press the thighs back, your bum goes back. So thighs back, but there's just a little bit of resistance as you're pressing the sacrum forward. Then interlace your fingers. Let's go for Badanguliasana. Spread your palms forward and stretch up. So keep your awareness in your feet. So stay back on your heels. Your toes are down, but they're stretching forward. Your shins are lifting. The body of the thigh is pressing back. Your sacrum is pressing forward. And you're getting a nice even length in the sides of your trunk. Then try and look at eye level, even though you're probably looking at the screen. Perhaps just forget the screen for a moment and listen to my voice. And just look straight ahead at eye level so you can feel your neck vertebra moving in as you press your arms up and back, up and back. But remember what we've been doing recently, which is that grip in the outer upper arm as it stretches up, and the fingers suck down as you spread the palms of the hands and the soles of the feet. And then bring your arms down, turn your palms to face you, change the interlace. Then again, spread your palms forward. Remember to feel your whole body when you're going into an asana, not just focusing on the moving bit. So even though I'm starting to raise my arms up, still I'm trying to keep my attention on the heels, on the outer shins gripping in, frontal thighs pressing back. But it's not a stressful to-do list of actions, it's just feeling the body and remembering what needs to be done in the posture. And breathe. Grip those outer upper arms in as you stretch up. Feel those shoulder blades moving in and that neck vertebra, especially that stiffer 7th cervical vertebra moving into the body as you look at eye level. Keep that height as you bring your arms down. And now restand in your Tadasana, rolling the outer shoulders back, extending the arms down, feeling the length in the sides of your body. Now let's go for Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog posture. So turn to your side. Inhale, swing your arms up to the ceiling, Urdhva Hastasana. Now if you have a stiff back and back issues, you can bend your knees and just place your hands on the floor. Otherwise, reach forwards and keep reaching as far forwards as you can until you bring your fingertips to the floor. Release your head down. Bend your knees. Take 2 big steps back. So really reaching the legs as far back as they go. And then pushing up to lift the hips. So the very root of the thigh, the top of the thigh, is lifting. And now can you press the heels back, the shins back, the body of the thigh back? Not with your hand like I did, I just did it to show you, but we're really trying to get the legs to press back as they stretch up. But in order to stretch up, something needs to release downwards. So that's the balls of the feet, the palms of the hands. And breathe and enjoy that length in your body. Come out whenever you need to. And then bend your knees, bring your weight a little bit forwards. And then step your feet as far forwards as you're able to. Come into your forward bend, or bend your knees if you can't do forward bends yet. And then firming the legs, stretch forwards come up. Keep that height as you bring your arms down by your side. So I'll just show you the stiffer back option. It's not just the stiffness of back. A stiff back would be good to do that work. It's just if there's an issue or an injury, then you may find that actually you're better off just leaving out that forward bend completely. So you do that and step back. Yeah, you're just literally going down. If you've got an issue with your back, but it's not that bad, then this is a slightly easier option. You hinge forwards, but without the arms. So have a go at these whilst I'm showing you. And then you come up with your hands on your hips. The stronger version is this one, which we're going to do again. So let's have another go. Do the version that you can. So hit the arms up to get the shoulder blades in. Exhale, reach forward as far as you can without swinging your legs back, even though I might have. Head down, bend your knees, take 2 big steps backwards, and then press your legs back as you lift the root of your thighs up. So there's a deep groove here at the very top of the leg, which we call the root of the thigh, and that presses back and lifts up. So the front of the ankle presses back and lifts up. The shins press back and lift up. The thighs press back and stretch up. And to come out, bend your knees. Take 2 big steps forward. Come up in the way that is helpful for you. So firm the legs and lead with the arms. And come back to Tadasana. Let's go for our standings now. We'll start with Trikonasana, Uttita Trikonasana. Bring your hands into your chest, bend your knees, step or jump wide. Engage the legs, engage the arms. Turn the left foot in, turn the right heel in, the whole of the leg out. So the top of this leg, which I was calling the root of the thigh, needs to turn out, as well as the body of the thigh. So check that that's happened so that your knee is facing directly to the side. Well, your whole leg, whole of this frontal side of the leg faces the side. But what about the back leg? Press the heel down, shin back and up, body of the thigh back and up. Extend, hand down, top hand up. And then just be here without making any changes and notice how your body is. Notice what's dropping, what's not got much feeling. And now let's repeat those same actions. So keep that body of the right thigh turning out. Press the left heel down, left shin back, left thigh back, and lengthen both sides of your body towards the right side of your room and stretch your arms away from each other. Then exhale, engage the legs and buttocks to bring you all the way up. Turn your feet, rest your arms. So we're going straight away for Pavritta. Oh dear, my chair's on the wrong side. So bring your legs together and let's move the chair across. But you might not need a chair, but I'll show you. But we're going to do this side. So from here, take the legs wide and turn to the side. So again, working the back leg. So the back heel presses down, the back shin presses back, and the thigh presses back as well as lifting up. And we've turned the pelvis. So do make sure you've turned that back foot enough to turn your pelvis this way so that you can now stretch up and keep the back leg pressing back as you extend forwards to the chair or to the wall if you don't have a chair. So you're reaching your hips back as you're stretching your body forward.
So again, the root of the thigh of this front leg, the right leg, is broad, is lengthened from the hips forwards. And now engage the back leg, press the inner edge of the front foot down and use the muscles of the legs to bring you up. Exhale, arms down, turn your feet and bring your legs together. So keep your chair there if you've got back issues, otherwise we're going to do that same side again. So legs wide, reach up, turn again to the right side, back leg presses back, and now reach forwards to your chair or reach forwards as if the chair was there, but still working your legs just as much, still reaching forwards just as much, and then hit the arms up to come all the way up, and then turn to the front and come back to Tadasana. Great, let's do all three on the other side now. Have a breather. So gently recycle those actions, but in this more restful position. So bringing your awareness and some of the weight down into the heels, shins lifting, thighs lifting, thighs pressing back, sacrum forward. Bring your hands into your chest and step or jump wide. Trikonasana on the left side, so turn your right foot in a little bit. Turn the left heel in, toes out, so we're turning the whole thigh, but especially turn that root of the thigh, the body of the thigh, so the leg is facing the side. Press the right heel down, shin back, thigh back, and lifting up. So keep pressing the back leg back as you reach to the side. Back leg back, so body of that right thigh, press it back. Engage that muscle as you extend your trunk to the left side of the room. Hand to your shin, reach up, spread the chest, breathe. So now you've been there for a little bit, what can you feel needs to be done? Where's your weight shifting to? Is it where the weight should be in the pose? So perhaps bring weight onto the inner edge of your left foot. Bring weight back to the heel of the right foot. Draw that underneath waist, that right waist. Lengthen it to the armpit as you press the right thigh back. Feel this opening in this frontal hip area as you lift this top waist. And breathe, and with the strength in your legs, buttocks, inhale, come up, turn your feet forwards, bring your hands in. Oh, no jumping, sorry. We're going to Pavritta here. So bring your hands to your hips, turn your right leg in, turn your left leg out. So the reason why I didn't want to jump the legs back together again, because we've activated this back leg so well in the Trikonasana, can we work it in this Pavritta? So heel down, shin back, thigh back and up, because often this back leg sags down, you see. So we really want to learn to press it back. And now when we reach up, we're getting this lovely opening as we lift from the hips, getting this opening in the hip area. Keep the back leg pressing back as you extend forwards to the chair. Back leg back as you extend forwards. Firm the legs, back leg back and down. And now without the chair, if you can, so bring your legs back together, move the chair, or repeat with the chair, and let's go again. So hands to your hips, turn the right leg in, so that foot really has to turn. Left leg in, toes out. And now bring the weight back onto the heel, the shins, so the front of the ankle is pressing back, shin is lifting, thigh is lifting, And then spread the root of this front thigh. Inhale. Exhale, extend forward and press the back leg back, especially the thigh. If you're really flexible in the knees, work the thigh much more. Don't just push the shin back. Thigh back to reach forward. And come up. Turn to the front. And hop back together. And recover your breath. Here in Tadasana, mountain pose. Posture of evenness, alignment, balance. So this takes us to Pavritta. So grab a brick if you need it, because I know for some of you taking the hand to the floor could mean collapsing the chest. So I want to make sure that that you can keep the openness in the chest and this back thigh pressing back. But yes, we are working to get the side of the body down on the leg, as well as this thigh pressing back, so we get the rotation of the trunk. So let's have a go together. So grab your brick if you need one. Bring your hands into your chest, bend your knees, step or jump wide. Left leg in, right leg out. Turn the root of the thigh, inhale. Sorry, just before we go into it, what about the back leg? Back heel, back shin, back thigh, they're like your anchors. If you're on a boat, that's your anchor. Keep that anchor, stay back in the back leg, back arm as you bend the knee, but stay anchored in that left leg as you reach to the side. Take the hand to wherever it goes. Lengthen your waist to your armpit on this right side and stretch your arm over your ear. Outer edge of the left foot down, heel down, ankle up, shin up, thigh back, turn the waist, turn the trunk. With the strength in your legs, buttocks, come up, turn your feet, and we'll go to the other side. So if you've got a brick, take it over to the other side. Oh, it's hot work in here. Left side. Extend your arms, turn the right leg in, turn the left leg out. Have you turned the whole thigh, especially the root, the body? Anchor the back foot, heel, shin, thigh. Exhale, stay anchored, anchored, anchored in that back leg so that you can reach. By being anchored, you've got more extension, more freedom. Take the hand down, pause, anchor the back leg, so outer heel down, outer edge of the foot down, heel down, ankle, front of the ankle hits back, lift up the shin, thigh back, waist turns, torso turns, side body lengthens along your thigh. Keep pressing the underneath of that right leg away from the left leg. So don't drop your straight leg. Keep the weight pressing, keep the outer edge of that foot down. Turn, breathe. With the strength in your legs, buttocks. Inhale, come up, hands in, and Tadasana. So some of you may want to just go to downward facing dog pose now to rest, recover. The others, you can join me for Pavritta Trikonasana. Pavritta Trikonasana is a difficult twist, standing twist, if you've got a stiff back. So I'm just going to show you the alignment facing forward, that when we go into the twist, we've got to make sure that we've got the length forward, and then we can start to twist on the same axis. It's really important that you're getting that extension of your back and then bringing in the twist, like wringing a cloth. You don't want your back to be like this and then twisting. So that's why, for now, just because it's a video, leave it out and just do downward facing dog pose for now whilst we do this pose, and then you can join us for the next posture. So everybody else who's up for the twist, jump wide. Bring your hands to your hips, turn the left foot in, right leg out. Remember when we took our hands to that chair, so spread the back of the back leg, broaden the root of the front thigh. Now stretch your arms wide. So our back leg is really important in this posture. So as you press the heel down, press the shin back, the thigh back, you can lengthen forwards as you bring your hand to your brick or to the floor. So you're working the back leg back so that you can come forwards with the whole front of your body and lift your right chest up. So lengthen from your left waist to your right breast area, shoulder up. Lengthen and then come up. Turn to face the front. Move your brick over. So the back leg brings a lot of stability because this is actually requires quite a bit of balance. So if you're really struggling with the balance aspect, you can put your back foot on a wall. So come on, let's do the other side. Hands to your hips, turn that back leg in, turn the left leg out. So that back heel you could press against the wall now if you needed to for extra balance. But can you press the heel down? And can you press the front of the ankle back, the shin hits back, and the thigh presses up. So I'm using my hand to show you, but you don't need to use your hand. But try and activate those areas which will give you the stability to then extend forwards and bring your right hand down on the little toe side of your foot. Leg back, trunk forward and turn. Turning from this right waist to your left breast area, left shoulder. Turn, turn, turn. I tend to look at my big toe just to keep my coccyx in line with the back heel as it stamps down and the crown of the head lengthening in the opposite direction. And then come up. Bring your hands in. Hop your legs back to Tadasana. So let's go for seated twist now. I'm going to sit sideways. So the others, you can join us now. So if you're able to sit on the floor with your sacrum in and your back lifting, then do that. Otherwise, sit up on a brick or a foam pad. So ankles down, shins in, thighs up, root of the thighs down. Sit tall. So we're going to turn. We'll turn to the right first. So I'll turn to my right towards you. So press your legs down to reach up, get that height. So the more you work the legs, the lighter your trunk feels. Then bring your left hand across, your right hand behind you. Press down with the legs to reach up with the trunk and then spread your elbows to turn. So like a spinning top, you sort of spread the string, I think, and that helps the spinning top to spin. Breathe, legs down, trunk up, coccyx and crown of the head in line. And center. And then again, other side, so turning to the left. So that will be that side. So left, the legs down, trunk up. Exhale, turn. Legs down, trunk up. Exhale, turn. And center. So we come to Chatushpadasana now, 4-foot posture. And what I'd like us just to simply connect with what we've been doing is that these shins have to press this way. If you go up and you let your shins be loose, can you see how my knees are going that way, and I don't get much oomph to lift the hips up. However, if you press your shins, lift, so the front of the ankle and the shins press towards this way, and of course you've got to tuck the shoulders under, then you get a bit of a lift. So heels down, shins up, and then of course shoulders down, chest up. So have a go with me. So exhale, feet hip width apart, hands by your side, hold the sides of the mat if you want to, or hold a belt if you're a bit stiffer in the shoulders. So the belt will be underneath you, underneath your bum, like this. So the belt is taut. Exhale, soften, and then engage the buttocks, lift up, stamp the heels down, tuck the shoulders under, and lift the shins and press the shins towards your head. Stamp the heels, lift the shins and press them away from your toes. Lift up, lift the neck vertebra up as you press the shoulders down. Keep the thighs rolling in, backs of the thighs broad, lift, 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 and then exhale and carefully peel your back down vertebra by vertebra. So there's a couple of places we could go from here. If you wanted to do shoulder stand, you could go to shoulder stand. If you want to do bridge pose, you could do bridge pose. But otherwise we could at least just start with Pavritta Trikonasana. So soles of the feet together, knees apart, and stretch your arms back behind you. I'm doing Pavritta Trikonasana because I'm really sweating and I need to cool down. But you may feel that it's a great opportunity for you to make the most of that openness in your chest, and you can go for bridge pose or shoulder stand. So go for that posture, whichever one you want to do that now, and then we will just do a cross-legged forward bend in a moment. Feel your body alive, blood flowing, energy flowing. Okay, so those of you who are in Supta Pavritta Trikonasana, exhale, bring your arms down by your side and bring your knees together. Separate your feet and rest your knees against each other. Let your groins release, let your back spread. And then bring your knees into your chest, just press the shins down, broaden and deepen the root of the thigh. So hopefully you've got a closer relationship today with that root of the thigh and the work of the legs. And then turn to the side and come up. And let's go for a forward bend. So cross-legged forward bend is one of my favorite poses. You can have something to support your head if you want to. If cross legs is not a comfortable pose for you, then you could do a kneeling forward bend. But as always, when you're doing cross-legged forward bend, if your hips are stiff, do sit up on a height. And remember, for those of you who've got issues with going forward, you can reach up with your hands up on a chair or on a wall, like how we've done in class. So your spine is moving into your body and you're spreading your back, but it's quietening because it's a forward extension. Those who are in shoulder stand, see if you can press your thighs back, press your shins back, spread the backs of the thighs away from each other, and move your sacrum forward. Those who are doing the cross-legged forward bend, extend forward, so you're lengthening the front of the body from your pubis to your navel to your breastbone. You're lengthening the sides of your body like we've been doing, so from your waist to your armpits, and of course you're lengthening the back of your body, and then rest forward. And then come up and change the cross of the legs. So those who are doing shoulder stand, you may be wanting to go into plow pose now. And when you go into plow, halasana, notice how much the legs need to work to keep the sides of the body lifting. So press the front of the ankle up, the shin up, the thigh up, the root of the thigh up. In fact, I'd love to be doing it with you, but I just haven't got my blankets sorted yet, because I've got no blocks where I am. So those in the forward bend, rest forward, spread your back and get the length in the side body, front body, back body. And then come up, and now it's time for shavasana, so lie down flat. Those who've finished their halasana, you can come down, do your cross legs, rest forward. Those who are doing bridge pose, you probably finished by now. You could do alternate knees to the chest, and then lie down for shavasana. So thanks for joining me, everyone. Namaste, and catch you again soon.